What's going on, Aries? We're going to go ahead and jump into your April 2023 mid-month reading here. It's going to be a reading for the rest of the month, basically. So let's go ahead and jump in. After this, I do believe I'm going to be doing the solar eclipse readings. So give me 1 second here. I need to pull something up. Let's see. 1 second, y'all. All right, let's do it. What's going on, Aries? Aries. What's going on, Aries? Let's see here. Let me know if y'all can hear me really quick as well. Please. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the audio is good. All right, let's take a look. What's going on, Aries? It's interesting. I am picking up a move here for some of you, or possibly like you taking a trip or something like that here, Aries. Others of you, if you're not moving or you're not going on a trip, I hear this is about the continuation of progress here in your life, especially when it comes to like the objectives that you have, the goals that you have, the ambitions that you have here. Because with the chariot being here for the overall energy, I feel like this is like a critical destiny moment here. And it makes sense, right? We're in eclipse season. You know, we're about to start, right, with the solar eclipse in Aries. Actually, it's tonight. Yeah, it's tonight. I think it's right now, actually. So whenever you're watching this video, basically it's around the time that I'm doing it. But with the chariot here, I feel like this is actually a very critical moment for you. I mean, this is going to be pretty big for you. I mean, it is a solar eclipse in Aries. So I feel like this is going to have a lot to deal with a redirection, possibly. Not saying that everything is going to go off the rails, but what I do get is that there may be a pivot here that you're going to have to make, or that you're choosing to make. It's kind of really up to you. I mean, you do have free will, right? But I feel like you're quite ready for this, though, because the Nine of Pentacles being your current energy does deal with your own autonomy, you being able to, you know, be self-reliant when it comes to the things that you want to do here. So ultimately, it's like what I feel like you're seeking in your life is autonomy. Right? The ability to be able to live the life that you want to live, the lifestyle that you want to live. Some of you are very, very, very independent. I never knew Aries that wasn't independent, but you know, I feel like you're about to embark upon a journey here, Aries. I mean, life's is a constant journey, right? But I feel like this is you really seeking out like deeper meaning in your life here. It's almost as if something has been missing quite a bit, and it could be like a place of community, a place of home is like what I'm feeling. Like you may not be feeling at this time like your roots are very deep where you're at this time. They could have been before, but it's like you're questioning, okay, like what do I want to do in my future? What do I want to live? You know, how much money do I want to make? What's the lifestyle that I want to live? And the reason why I say that is because the Eight of Cups in the future, this is the constant seek of meaning, right? So the Eight of Cups is Saturn and Pisces, and we do have Saturn and Pisces, right? And Saturn and Pisces is, well, let's just talk about the Eight of Cups, which is basically the same archetypes. But basically what this is saying is that it's best to follow your intuition at this time. Because if we're trying to rationalize things, if we're trying to think too much about things, right? Instead of like listening to our intuition, that's when we start to get lost. That's when we start to feel like life has no meaning, or we don't know the meaning, therefore we want to give up. But it's like, it's the connection to your intuition. It's the connection to the divine or God or whatever you feel like your heart and your soul is calling you to do. It's like it's time to do it, right? I feel like in the past, it's like a lot of you may have been chasing things that once gave you fulfillment, but now it's like you're wondering, it's like there's more out there for me, right? And I feel like where I'm at right now isn't it. Very interesting. And I do feel like this is in regards to your roots. I do feel like this is in regards to possibly, I feel like it has a lot to do with the material world. The reason why I say that is because you have the Palace of Coins. Palace of Coins, it basically talks about the overall environment. So if you talk about the coins or the pentacles, it's about your material world, your stability, your roots, your home life, the things that support you and uplift you, and that give you structure and that provide for you, right? And also it could deal with family here as well. So the advice is the Palace of Coins. It's interesting though, because I really do feel this may be an easier transition than you may even realize here. Because I feel like you're coming to accept the changes here that you're making, because the Six of Cups isn't your outcome here. So I feel like this is, there could even be like some sort of gift from God or the divine here that's leading you to more spiritual fulfillment or more soul growth, if you want to say, right? So I like your outcome. But the advice here is to like find something that does actually support you. That makes that kind of gives you an energy of like home is what I'm feeling with this, or comfort, stability. Right? Because the Star card being in the challenge can point to your community, but it's also about your place in the world and how do you feel about that right now, Aries? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're connected right now? Do you feel like you're connected to your environment? Do you feel like you're connected to your community? Like truly? Or do you feel like there's more out there for you? There's more growth out there for you. Not just personally, but spiritually, all of it. Or materially. Not just materially, but spiritually, all of it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, the Lovers is here in the position of something that you're unaware of. Now this could be pointing to love coming into your life. Or there is something that... there could be something romantic, but the strong sense I get, this is linked to the Chariot and the Eight of Cups. This is about the fulfillment of your own destiny here with the Lovers, right? The Lovers isn't always about love, although it is at the same time. It basically, long story short, I always say this in my videos, it's like we're all cut from the same cloth. We all come from the same source, right? And the yearning that we feel to have union, not just with people and romantic relationships, but also with our work, with our careers, with our personal destinies, right? Feeling like we're all on track in life, feeling like we're at one with God or the divine, whatever you believe in. And so the Lovers is like your path, your spiritual path. So it's like really blocking out the noise about what everybody else is going to think or trying to answer everybody else's questions. I feel like this is really about you getting, you following your own spirit, your own soul, where it wants to go, and listening to your intuition. Because you may even be trying to like compare yourself. I don't know why I'm getting this, but you may like be trying to compare yourself to others. Like we all do it, right? Like we look at somebody, we're like, wow, look where they're at. And then we like try to like, we judge ourselves based upon comparisons. And I kind of feel like the universe or spirit's like wanting you to just totally drop the comparisons and realize that this is your own journey, right? It doesn't really matter about everybody else's progress, right? It matters about yours. So let's keep going. Well, thank you for that, Spirit. Appreciate y'all. Oh, hold on. I may have to, y'all may have to give me one moment because I gotta make sure this camera doesn't die. So let's see. Yeah, you got this Juno partnership. Right? I feel like there's a lot of karma you're shedding too. A lot of past life energy is coming through that want to be transcended here. Or it can just be past things, but Juno does have a lot to do with our partnerships. And when it comes to love, it is kind of like the overall love story that we have like in our own minds. It's just the ultimate fulfillment in partnerships. It's also where we can delude ourselves as well, where we can kind of create this fantasy and illusion. So I feel like it's important to stay in reality, but it's also important to follow like your heart at the same time. I'm gonna pull this card and then you're gonna have to give me a moment because I don't want this camera to die. So you got mini masks, the authentic self here. So I'm not saying you're wearing a mask, although you could be, right? But it's more so the fact that maybe you're trying to put on masks for people to please them, right? instead of like taking off the mask and just being your authentic self and not worrying about pleasing other people. Even though it's interesting because Aries don't really care that much, but I'm kind of getting a sense here. It's where it's like, you know, of pleasing, people pleasing. Right? I feel like there's a need to get real with yourself and, you know, do what it is that you want to do. Hold on, give me 1 second because I don't want this camera to die. One sec. Oh shit. 1 sec, y'all. Oh, guess who's back again. All right, let's jump into it, Aries. All right, let's do it. Let's clarify your reading here. Energy issues, Austin. Who, me or you? It's just late. Maybe it's, I don't know. But I did have to put the charger in. So let's take a look here. Let's clarify your reading. You have the Knight of Swords here. Things are about to move quite quickly here. I feel like you're about to become quite decisive here, or at least there's a need to, because the Knight of Swords and the Chariot being the overall energy here for the rest of the month, right? The overall energy, like things are about to move pretty quickly, right? And it's interesting too. I was talking about this in the last readings here as well. It's like there really is a focusing. Especially the sun at 29 degrees. If you look at the Sabian symbol of Aries at 29 degrees, it's like a refocalization, right? Of realizing your own individual limits here, that you can't do everything alone, that you're going to have to be a part of community. And that's something that this Sabian symbol at 29 degrees of Aries, where the solar eclipse is, really really brings that archetype about, right? I think it's like ducks around a duck pond or something like that. I can't remember it, but I do remember the description of it. So, and I was talking about the septile energy with, you know, Neptune and Uranus, and that is where we feel like a compulsive sort of energy to move in some sort of direction, and it's like a focusing. So, it can it can feel very occult, very like supernatural, like this inexplicable kind of pull, right? It's a narrowing of one destinies. Maybe events that are out of your control starting to happen, especially with the solar eclipse and everything. So it's crazy. Seven of Cups here, Nine of Pentacles. You want more out of life, though. You got some options here, too. Sometimes, you know, people can, like, freak out, or people can become, like, indecisive with options. I feel like options are always a great thing. You just have to look at it in a positive light. Like, sometimes we can overwhelm ourselves, right? But it's like, no, options are good. Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. It's like you want more out of life, obviously. And for the ones you're single, it's like if you're single, you're open. I feel like you're available here, or you're starting to become available. But for some of you, you're just looking like, okay, like I want more life here. You got the Is this audio? Yeah, okay. You got the Ten of Wands here on the star card for your challenge. Let's see. You got the World card here on the Eight of Cups. I see y'all moving. I see one chapter, well, obviously solar eclipse, but one chapter's closing here, and you're moving in a new one. And you don't have all the answers here, but you have to follow your intuition and your soul. That's the main thing with this whole, because I feel like everybody's going through this, and I feel like it's very important that I touch on this. So, because astrologically, we have Neptune in Pisces, right? And we have Saturn in Pisces. Like, and not only that, the septile to Uranus, and then, you know, Pluto being in Aquarius, like the time in and of itself is not, there is no, you can't contain it right now, right? Things are constantly changing right now. They're constantly taking new form and shape. That's why it's important to be conscious and self-aware in every single moment, especially Saturn and Pisces. It's about moment by moment, right? What are you feeling drawn toward, pulled toward, right? Bringing concrete form to the abstraction. So I feel for some reason there could be like a move, or you're definitely closing one chapter out and you're moving into another one. Some of you could be doing with Aquarius. That's the challenge with the star card. I feel the challenge for you is something totally new and different. You know? Let's keep going. Clarify this, lovers. Six of Cups. Woo! Oh, Aries. You know, something that you're unaware of. This could be like some sort of love situation, soulmate connection here coming together, possibly at a distance between you and a person at this time. If not, then I just feel like this could be like some sort of soulmate about to enter into your life, or that could be entering into your life. But it's interesting too that the Lovers in the Six of Cups does point to family and children here as well. So for some of you, this may be like a reuniting with like family as well, maybe moving closer to family, Aries. If it's not that, or maybe visiting family, you know. But if it's not that, then you know, I gotta be real with you, Aries. You may like the material things in life. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You may like the material things in life, but it's also important to realize like the spiritual thing as well. Right, the Lovers in the Six of Cups, like what at the end of the day like fulfills like your soul. So I feel like it's important to look at both. You have the Nine of Cups with the Palace of Coins here for your advice. It's like what brings you comfort, right? Like true comfort, not just materially but also spiritually. And what's going to provide you the necessary space for growth and the ability to be able to create effortlessly. Seven of Pentacles on the Six of Cups here. I feel like you'll be quite happy with whatever the results are. Like your outcome here is like, I get that. I feel like you're embracing change. Like you're okay with how things are going to be going here. Like I see you kind of getting comfortable and used to something. Although it may take some time, but I feel like you'll be getting used to it. But I also feel like there's like a massive gift and reward that the universe is giving you here as well in the outcome. And although it's not the final destination, it's not the final outcome that you want, or everything hasn't shaped up perfectly the way you want it, I feel like it's like you're accepting it and embracing it and being grateful for it with the Six of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Like you're satisfied with the results. You got to see with your heart the time is now to hear the messages. You're not listening to your heart, Aries. You're not. Listen to your intuition, follow your heart. It's like I feel that the divine has been speaking to you, or God, or whatever. Your intuition has been speaking to you. And it's like you may be closed off and afraid, but it's like I feel like if you think about the heart, it's like being open to life, right? The heart chakra open attracts abundance, not just with relationship, but also being able to feel spiritually connected to people, right? But also it brings in abundance materially too. Let's see. The Eight of Swords, Three of Cups, and you have the Fool card here. It's interesting. One thing I do see here in the extended part of the reading is that there's definitely something new that I feel like you're beginning and stepping into. And I do feel it does come with some sort of liberation. However, like you may have like certain like trust issues with things, right? It's like if you don't see the logical facts behind it, or if things don't logically add up, or if you can't like, if you know what I'm saying, it's almost like you may question it a lot, you may doubt it a lot. And I feel like it's wanting you to like more so tap into the intuitive energies here. There's, you can't control everything. Let me pull one more actually. You are worthy, aim for what you want, and believe in yourself. Some of you, I feel like you may be feeling like, will I be able to, it's interesting. So I think I have a very specific message for an Aries right now that's watching this. Some of you may suffer with social anxiety, right? And you may be wanting to like do newer things, or maybe connect to newer people, or whatever it is. But you may be wondering like, will I fit in, or will they like me, or like, can I be myself? And I feel like that's an important question to ask yourself too as well. Like if you feel like you can't be yourself around people, then don't put yourself in a situation, right? But if it's just more so like, just like certain insecurities rising up, like if you know that like the people love you and they accept you, but maybe it's like just like your own mind getting in the way, criticizing yourself or judging yourself, then I really feel that the universe is like wanting you to take stock of that. Like what is it that's making you, feel that way? Because that's not just going to happen with the place you're going next, but that will happen anywhere you go, right? If you always feel like, people are judging you, or people won't accept you, or whatever the case might be. I feel like it's like some sort of belief that needs to be shed here. So it's like trust. So I'm going to pull you one more astrology card, and then we're going to go to Leo's read. Wow, speaking of Leo, what the fuck? Some of you may have Leo in your chart here. You could be dealing with a Leo. I got Aquarius, I got Gemini, Cancer. Leo does deal with the heart. And Leo is confident authority, right? It's confident authority. That's what Leo is at the baseline. And it's about your partnerships. So it's about finding the right partnerships, and also stepping up in your partnerships if that's what it's requiring, or in your community, or whatever the case might be. So, but also just like being yourself. It's kind of interesting. I can feel y'all's energy in this read. So that's what I got for you. But it's like I feel like whatever this chapter is that's closing out, it's like it's time. It's almost as if you've been ignoring something for so long to the point to where it's like it's gonna happen either way with the eclipse. I feel, but you can resist all you want, but you can't control time, right? So, and time is also connected to, you know, as above, so below. So. So yeah, that's what I got for you, Aries. I'm gonna leave your reading right here. I appreciate y'all for watching as always. If you like the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I'm gonna be doing Leo right after this video. So yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, the link is down below in the description. If you do subscribe to the channel, be sure to click that notification button bell as well. You'll get notified when I go live for your sign, or when I do an all signs, or just whenever I go live, or whenever I post or anything. So for the ones that are newer. So anyways,